Tribe, and welcome back to the Equinox Room. What we're going to do today is the first of two parts. It's a variation of our Sun Salutation A, but it's a three-legged flow. The second part, I'll just jump to the second part first. The second part is a lot more challenging, a lot more focused really on control and on the weight distribution of our limbs and how we move our limbs into position. This first part is easier for the wrists because we'll be doing a three-legged puppy pose and not a three-legged dog. Meaning to say the wrists are on an even shallower angle than what they would be in a dog pose. It's also easier for the knees because you can opt to keep the knees off the mat. Although it is still challenging. It's still challenging for the body. It's challenging for the mind because you do have to focus. It's also challenging for the emotions, because you do have to be patient with yourself and not let the ego bully you into moving fast. So you have to cultivate calm and quiet in your mind and in your emotions so that translates to a safer movement and a challenging movement for the body. So come to the top of your mat. Feet, 1 hip width distance apart, and just shake your knees out for a bit. Shake your body, shake your arms, your shoulders, just loosen up. From here, deep full inhalation, hug and lift. Start your hugging and lifting, but keep your shoulders down to neutral. Don't depress the shoulder blades, just to neutral. Backs of the hands together. Soften your body and wave your body, wave your spine, belly in and up, chest up, arms up. Soften your transition, lengthen up here and then engage the body. Hug and lift. Feel as if you're being massaged in and up. So that's the sensation we want all throughout our body. Deep, full breath. Just a tiny bit of a back bend here. Push your hips forward. Allow that tiny letter C, that very open, very shallow letter C to come into the body. Soften your knees here. Never lock your knees, especially here. From here, contract the front line of the body. Contract the deep core line of the body to lift yourself up. From the pectorals, abdominals, the psoas, even the quads, hugging and lifting, especially the mula bandha, the perineum. From here, hands in, elbows press in, soften your knees, lead with the crown of your head, come into your forward fold. Hands separate beside the feet, let the head go. Push to the length of your arms from your shoulder blades down through your fingers into the mat. You're pushing the triangles of your feet into the mat and feel this rounding of the back. If your head is okay, look through the gap between your legs and as high up that gap as you can. But if you have that sensation of being off balance here, just look at that top horizon of your mat. Pare back the angle of your neck. And just soften the body here. Soft sway side to side. Bringing the body weight from one foot, one side to the other, just preparing the body for movement. Getting the rigidity out of the body. Engagement is different from being rigid, From here, bend your knees as much as you need to get your hands flat down on the mat to support your transition to your plank. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees down. Untuck your toes. So come into a knee plank. Body weight ever so slightly forward and come down. So the wrists do come into your 90-degree angles, but that's just to transition, From here, squeeze the back line of the body. Squeeze the whole back line of the body. Feel this natural lift up to your low cobra. And you can stay here because this is a more pared back flow. We can stay here in a low cobra. Exhale, abdominal massage down. Tuck the knees under, strong back and strong arms to lift yourself back up into a knee plank. Then shift to the back into an extended child's pose. So we're already opening the wrists here into a more open angle for the wrists. Deep full breath. Your toes are still tucked under and your elbows are off the mat. Yeah, don't suddenly sink them down here into the mat. That's really your shoulders are not going to be happy here. So we're already engaging the body here. From here, pushing strongly through your arms into the circles of your hands and through your legs to lift yourself up into a puppy pose. Just a shallow one, a small lift, or if you want to, a little higher, but you don't have to come to downward facing dog in this flow. Let's do some spinal waves. Belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Notice it's an up and down movement. A few more. Belly up. Try not to move forward and back. Chest up, head up, and exhale down. Or else that defeats the purpose of your wrist position. Belly up, chest up, head up, and come back to your puppy pose. From here, right leg, slide it out to the side, lengthening that knee. The position, I hope you can see my right foot here. It's in the middle of this distance between your hand and your back foot. So creating a triangle with your foundations. From here, focus, don't rush. Curl your right leg up. Circle it out to the back. The knee is bent. The toes are flipped. Circle it out to the left side and cross. Land the flats of your toes down on the mat. Adjust yourself if you need that mat support for traction. And push, keep the knees bent, push to the length of the arms, wrists are a little bit more straight, your body weight is shifting to the left side, you're opening your right side. You can see it here, you'll see it later when we do the left side. From here, bend the knees in this crossed position of the legs. You don't have to come all the way down. Yeah? A bit more compression in the legs, a bit more compression in the lower abdomen. On the next inhalation, lengthen out, not overly lengthen, keep them bent. Right leg, bend your knee, curl your leg up, bring it back to center, and bring it back down. Reset your feet back into your hip width distance, especially if you had to adjust it. From here, left leg, lengthen it out to the side. Yeah? Your standing leg, your right knee is still bent. You're pushing through your arms, but you've created a triangle between your hands. Your left leg out to the left side and your back foot. From here, mindful movement. Focus and control your movement. Left leg curls up. Draw it to the back, to the right side. Cross your knees and land the flats of your toes down on the floor, or if you need to, step it on the mat and adjust. Pushing through your arms. Your hips are drawing a little bit more to the right side, thus opening up the left. So there's a little bit more of a lateral curve in the body. Stay with your knees still bent but high, or bend them a little bit deeper. You don't have to come all the way down. It is a strong articulation for the ankles though, yeah? But there's a compression in your lower abdomen. An internal rotation is squeezing in of your inner thighs. Push to the length of your legs, not all the way straight, keep them bent. Curl up your left leg. Bring that leg back to neutral. and step it down. Reset your puppy pose. From here, look forward if you need to, if your neck is okay, just so you can see where you're going, and walk up to the top of your mat. Let's add a half lift. Finger pads high up on your shins, elbows pressing in, and push through the length of your arms. Feel that counter push forward of your shins. Lift up halfway. Exhale down, knees bent, backs of the hands in so your legs are carrying your weight, and push through the length of your legs to have that natural unfurling of the body. Upward facing hands. Now we know what to do. Let's make this smooth. Push your hips forward, just a shallow back bend, very shallow one. Squeeze the front line of the body and your deep core line, including the psoas and your perineum, your mula bandha, lifting up. Hands in, elbows press in, knees bend, lead with the crown of your head, forward fold. Let the head go, let the hands go beside the feet. Finger pads high up on your shins, elbows close to the body, and push to the length of your arms, counter pushing forward with your shins, lifting up halfway, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold, keep your knees soft, don't block them, hands flat as you can make them to support the body weight in this transition. Walk back into your plank. Awareness exercise, trying to keep your foundations where they are. Knees down, untuck your toes, knee plank, elbows bend to the back. Don't let them ring out, coming down, flat plank. Hands hover away from the mat so that you encourage your back line of the body to engage, and lift yourself up into a low cobra. Exhale, abdominal massage down. Tuck your toes under. Re-engage your back muscles and your arm muscles to lift you up. Knee plank. Soften the body. Push back. Extended child's pose. Deep, full breath. Pushing down to the line of your arms into the circles of your hands. Same with the legs, and into the flats of your toes, and lift yourself up. Puppy pose. Heels up, but keep the knees bent. Deep, full breath. One spiral wave here. Belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. From here, let's start with the left side. Left leg out to the left side of the mat, lengthening out that leg, but right knee is still bent. In a 3-point or triangular puppy pose. Left knee curls up, left leg curls up, draw it to the back, to the right side, and land the flat of your toes. Staying here, pushing through your arms, keeping the knees bent in a cross-legged puppy pose, opening up the right side. Keep your knees still bent but high, or adjust your footing and bend them a little bit deeper. You don't have to come all the way down on the mat. You're actually kind of in a suspended position here. Your legs are supporting you, your arms are supporting you. Release the pose, lengthen out your legs but keep them slightly bent. Left leg curls up, coming back to neutral and back to puppy pose. Adjust your feet. Right leg out to the right side. Land your foot down and you're pushing through the length of your arms and length of that right leg. From here, distribute your body weight so that you can curl your right leg back up, bring it to the back, to the left side, and land the flats of your toes. Open up the right rib cage. Stay or bend your knees a little bit more. It's a kind of suspended position here. Cross-legged puppy pose. Pushing through the length of your legs just to pare back the pose, allowing you to move. Right leg curls up, back to center. From here, walk to the top of your mat. Finger pads high in your shins, pushing yourself up halfway. Through the strength and length of your arms, and your legs are pushing down and a bit forward with the shins. Exhale, forward fold, knees bent, backs of the hands in, wave yourself up. Upward facing hands, shallow back bend. Squeeze the front to lift, hands in, elbows in, knees bent, lead with the crown of your head, forward fold, separate the hands. Breathe here. Finger pads high up on your shins, wave up halfway. Half lift or half forward fold. Exhale. Uttanasana, full forward fold. Hands as flat as you can make them, bend the knees and walk back. That walking back doesn't have to be in one long stride per leg. You can walk back as many steps as you need to. Knees down, untuck the toes, knee plank, elbows bend to the back, flat plank. Squeeze the back, hover the hands, low cobra. Exhale, flat plank, tuck the toes under, reset the back muscles, reset the arm muscles to lift you up, and draw yourself to the back. Extended child's pose. Noting your elbows are lifted, don't let them sag down. Keep your arms engaged. Lift yourself up, pushing through your foundations, puppy pose. Left leg out to the left side. Mindfully curl it up, curl that knee up, draw a circle to the back, to the right side, land the flat of your toes. Open up the left side. Feel your hips being drawn to the right side a bit more. You're supporting yourself with your arms and you're opening the left side ribs. Pare it back if you need to, or from here, bend your knees a little deeper, coming into this kind of suspended, three-legged, cross-legged puppy pose. Push yourself up through your legs, not overly lengthening them out. Curl your left leg up, draw it to the back, and then down. Deep full breath. Right leg out to the right side. Curl that knee, bend it, draw a circle to the left side, and cross your legs, coming on the flats of your right toes. Open up your right rib cage. Lateral flexion. Stay or bend your knees a little deeper, not going all the way down, just adding a bit more compression in the lower abdominal cavity, in strong internal rotation and squeezing in of the inner thighs, and opening out the side of your outer hips. Pare back the pose, curling up your right leg, drawing it back to neutral, and down. Spiral wave here, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Walk back to the top of your mat. Finger pads high up on your shins. Wave yourself up halfway. Exhale down. Backs of the hands in. Push through the length of your arms. Unfurling the body and the arms up. Shallow back bend. Push your hips forward. Squeeze the front line of the body to lift. Hands in. Elbows in. Make an effort to press your elbows in, yeah? Knees bend, lead to the crown of your head. Forward fold. Separate your hands. Finger pads high up on your shins. Push through the length of your arms. Lifting up halfway. Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Walk yourself back. Don't rush. However many steps you need to, back to plank. Kumbhakasana. Knees down, untap the toes, knee plank. Knee, elbows bend to the back, flat plank. Bhujangasana, cobra, a low version. Squeeze the back muscles, lighten your hands, you can even hover if you want to. Low cobra. Exhale down. Tuck your toes under and re-engage your back muscles and your arm muscles to lift up. Knee plank. Then draw yourself to the back. Extended child's pose. Pushing through your foundations, lift up. Puppy pose. Left leg steps out to the side. Bend that knee, draw a circle to the back, to the right side, land the flat of your toes. Open up the left rib cage. Stay high or high-ish, or bend your knees. Adjusting your footing as you need to. Push through your legs to pare back the pose. Curl up your left leg. Draw it back to neutral and down. One spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Right leg out to the right side. Mindful movement. Bend that right knee, draw a circle to the back, to the left side, and bring that foot down, flat of your toes down. Adjust your footing and open up your right rib cage. Stay or bend your knees a little deeper, tightening that bind between your legs in a low cross-legged puppy pose. Push through your legs. Right leg curls up, bend your knee, back to neutral and down. Reset your puppy pose and have one spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Walk to the top of your mat. Finger pads high up on your shins. Wave up halfway. Exhale down. Knees bend. Backs of the hands in. Wave yourself up. Upward facing hands. Shallow back bend. Squeeze the front to lift. Hands in. Elbows press in. Knees bend, lead to the crown of your head, forward fold. Finger pads high up on your shins, waving up halfway. Exhaling down, step back, plank. Kumbhakasana. Knees down, untap the toes, knee plank. Knee, elbows bend to the back, flat plank. Bhujangasana, cobra, a low version. Squeeze the back muscles, lighten your hands, you can even hover if you want to. Low cobra. Exhale down. Tuck your toes under and re-engage your back muscles and your arm muscles to lift up. Knee plank. Then draw yourself to the back. Extended child's pose. Pushing through your foundations, lift up. Puppy pose. Left leg steps out to the side. Bend that knee. Draw a circle to the back. To the right side. Land the flat of your toes. Open up the left rib cage. Stay high or high-ish or bend your knees. Adjusting your footing as you need to. Push through your legs to pare back the pose. Curl up your left leg. Draw it back to neutral and down. One spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Right leg out to the right side. Mindful movement, bend that right knee, draw a circle to the back, to the left side, and bring that foot down, flat of your toes down. Adjust your footing and open up your right rib cage. Stay or bend your knees a little deeper, tightening that bind between your legs in a low, cross-legged puppy pose. Push through your legs. Right leg curls up, bend your knee, back to neutral and down. Reset your puppy pose and have one spinal wave, belly up, chest up, head up, and exhale down. Walk to the top of your mat. Finger pads high up on your shins, wave up halfway. Exhale down, knees bend, backs of the hands in, wave yourself up, upward facing hands. Shallow back bend, squeeze the front to lift, hands in, elbows press in, knees bend, lead with the crown of your head, forward fold. Finger pads high up on your shins, waving up halfway. Exhaling down, step back, plank. Knees bend, draw yourself to the back, puppy pose. From puppy pose, wave yourself forward in a full plank and come all the way down. You're welcome to come back down on your knees, all the way down. Flat plank. From here, just flip yourself over. Coming into our Shavasana. But first, let's do some sacroiliac joint massage. Draw your knees close to your chest, hands on your knees, and draw circles. Deep, full breath. So barely any ease in that flow. Barely any, 90 degrees with the wrist just to transition, but You may have felt it's still really strong and strong for the arms as well. From here, bring your feet to the edges of your mat. You can already relax your arms in your Shavasana. See how your lower back is. If you normally bring your legs out in Shavasana, we will do that. But if your lower back isn't happy with your legs straight, keep your legs in this position. And let's just have some window wipes first. Draw your knees down. Doesn't matter which side. I'm doing it on my left side. But you can do it on your right if you want to. Don't rush this. Neck is neutral. Looking up. Draw your knees back to point up and to the other side. This is nice and slow. Just a more passive twist. And back to center, one more per side. I'm dropping my knees out to the left side. Choose your side. You can even close your eyes here. Back to center and to the other side. Back to center. Now, if you choose to keep your legs in this position, just bring your knees together, creating a tent with your legs, and stay here, already coming into your Shavasana. But if you want to lengthen your legs out, just have shallow window wipes, very shallow ones. Don't bring them all the way down. And as you're doing this, if you notice, I'm walking my feet out, incrementally lengthening your legs into your Shavasana position. Deep, full breath. Let's all sigh it out.